Welcome and welcome back, butterflies and emerging butterflies. Today is Thursday, which means it's time for uncomfortable conversations here on Vegas Hype Media with me, Emerging Z. First, I want to start by thanking all of my new subscribers from last week's show, as well as my guests, Sai and Bash from Gender Justice. Last week, we talked about queer parenting, a really great episode. If you didn't get an opportunity to see it, make sure you go and check it out on YouTube at UCSALAAM. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All right, so I should have done this last week, so I'm going to go ahead and do it this week. I want to welcome you into February, a new month, meaning a new opportunity to do some new things. You don't have to be stuck or limited waiting for the new year. All right. It's February, which means the month of love. So we are going to have a conversation about love, relationship, and breakups for the rest of February. We have about 3 Thursdays left for us to touch on this. Right. This month, we're going to cover conversations related to relationships, the dynamics of relationships, compatibility, and dysfunction in them. Right. So I have a special guest today, and his name is Brynden. Brynden is a fellow podcaster. We have seen each other in passing at many events here in Vegas. So we thought that we needed to get together and, have a session together about uncomfortable conversations. So Brynden has no idea what we're going to talk about today. Well, he just found out it's about love and relationships. I wanted to make sure I got a real raw, transparent conversation from him. I didn't want him to plan for this. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome Mr. Brynden. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for having me. It's weird being on the opposite side, to be honest, but I'm enjoying it. Me, originally from Australia, lived in America for close to 13 years now.
For how many years?
Going on 13.
13.
I was in Thunder Down Under, which brought me here in the first place. So I was a performer in the strip at Excalibur.
Wait, you said you were a performer in the Thunder Down Under?
Yeah, in Thunder Down Under. That's what brought me here originally.
Okay.
And then fell into videography, photography, social media, stuff like that. And then that led me into podcasting.
All right. Well, welcome. You're on the other side today, so I get to ask all of the questions.
I get to learn to shut up.
Yeah. You're going to tell me everything. I want to know everything today. So if it's all right with you, would you mind stating your relationship status first?
I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend.
Yes.
A girlfriend of how many years?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. What is your sexual preference?
Just straight, I guess.
Straight. Okay. Do you have any identifying pronouns that you'd like to share with us?
No.
Okay. All right. So moving along, I'm just establishing like a baseline for the conversation. So did you come from a 2-parent household?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mom and a dad?
Yeah.
Your biological mom and dad?
Yeah.
No step parents. Okay. What do you feel like you learned from your father as far as being the male in a relationship and how to treat a woman?
I have a very amazing dad. I have like the ultimate role model.
What makes him the ultimate role model and what sense?
Just a very loyal, patient, caring, providing father. He would do anything for anybody at any time.
Okay.
Just someone who, I always say, if I could be half the man that my dad is, I'd be happy.
Okay. And that's the parts that you know about, because you said loyal, patient, and kind, but loyalty, do you really know if there's any space in there where maybe he possibly mistreated your mom by cheating on her or seeing other women? There's no outside children.
Not even
no
a
doubt
chance.
at all.
Not a doubt.
Not
at
even
all.
a chance.
Zero chance.
Zero chance. Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Yeah. How long ago?
6 years.
6 years. Do you have children from that marriage?
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old daughter.
Okay. And how long have you been divorced from her?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
You were married 6 years, and
Oh,
you've
I
been
was
divorced for 6
married
years.
for a year, been divorced for 6.
Oh, okay. Why did you guys get divorced?
She cheated on me with my next door neighbor.
Oh, wow, that's unfortunate.
It
So
was the
how
best thing ever happened to me.
I could imagine, yeah, because you don't want that in your life.
Not so
But
much that, it's the growth and independence that came with that.
the growth in it.
It's one of those things, people going through something very hard, they think the world's against them, they're never going to come out the other side. And I was in a different country by myself, no friends, didn't really have any money, didn't have a job.
That was while you were here in the
Yeah,
States.
while I was here. And then there was a friend of mine, my next door neighbor. We've been together for 6 years. And you kind of think your world's coming to an end, but it makes you so relentless and so strong and so independent that it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
So how long did you ponder before deciding, you know what, I can't take this. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this marriage?
Oh, she was dating my neighbor in front of me.
In front of you for like how long? Like, did
A
you know
month.
you knew for a month
Oh, they were doing it openly in front of me, yeah, for a month.
and you stayed there for a month? Or
Yeah,
how did that work?
I didn't really have anywhere else to go, so I kind of tolerated it for a month. Like, technically we were broken up, but I was still there for a month. I remember her coming in the house with a birthday cake for him.
She
So-
came into your house
Yeah,
with the birthday cake for someone else.
him. And then I saw her get dragged into the garage of my next door neighbor's house where they went and had sex and came back 10 minutes later. So just a whole bunch of kind of heavy stuff.
Okay.
But I'm totally fine talking about it now because I didn't suppress it. I didn't mask it. I dealt with it. I took it on the chest. I took 6 months to kind of get through it. And then I was able to get
Did
through
you
it.
have anybody to talk to while you were going through
No,
that stage? Like,
not
did you
at all.
call your dad at that time?
I think I talked to my parents,
Your parents?
but that's all I had.
What was your father's response? I'm curious to how he helped you through that.
I mean, there's only so much you can do over the phone from the other end of the world.
Yeah, but what was the conversation like?
I'm not sure. Not really sure. Probably just
Not
like,
sure. Are you not sharing with me?
no, I'm not sure. It's so long ago, and it's probably something I suppressed at some point.
Mm-mm. Have you been to counseling? Did you seek therapy at all?
No,
So you just tucked it away and you're just here
no.
now.
In the past, I would have got a new girlfriend, slept around, gone out drinking, masked it with something. But I literally spent 6 months where I didn't do anything. I didn't sleep with anyone, didn't go on a date. I didn't do anything for a good 6 months, maybe 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of like dealt with it.
Okay. Do you still believe in marriage? Like, would you marry again?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. How long prior to or before marrying your previous wife did you guys date?
How long? For how long?
Yeah.
6 years. We're together.
6
Oh,
years.
5 years before we got married.
Okay. And then you guys decided to jump in. All right. So we don't have a lot of time. So I kind of just want to go ahead and jump in. I just wanted to get the formalities out of the way to see what kind of headspace you're in as far as us going into this conversation. So, love or lust? How do you distinguish between the two? What is your version of love?
Love would be somebody you miss all the time, that connection, that bond, spending time together, sharing memories together, seeing a future together, things along those lines, I think.
And what is your definition of lust?
Lust is more on the sexual side, I guess, like probably like temporarily, like not like forever, more just like in
So
the
you feel like
moment.
lust is a temporary situation and love is more permanent.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it.
Did you love your wife?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you still love her?
I know I wouldn't say I love her now. Like, I don't wish bad upon anybody, but no, I definitely don't love her.
No. Well, you just said love was kind of a permanent situation.
If you're
You
with that
love-
person.
Only if you're with them. So once you leave a person, you don't love them anymore.
I mean, that situation, no. I think in other situations you definitely could.
Okay. But
It's-
because she hurt you, is that the difference?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to love someone who's kind of, and it's continued to be nothing but hassles for the last 6 years.
Okay. How did you meet her?
My second day in the States, believe it or not.
So she's American.
Yeah, she's American.
You didn't bring her over with you.
No, I got here on a plane the second day. This girl approaches me.
Wait, you said a girl purchased you.
Approached me.
Approached you. Okay.
Yeah,
it's the accent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was staying at Excalibur. She was working downstairs at Excalibur as a model. She approached me. She's like, "Where are you from? You've got an accent." I was like, "I don't have an accent. You guys have got an accent." It's the first time in my life I've ever been told that I've got an accent.
Right.
And I was 31. She gives me a number. I didn't have a phone, so she gives me her number verbally. In Australia, our numbers are different. Over here, she gives me his 10-digit number, which somehow I remember.
You remembered it the first day?
No idea how I remembered it.
You were in love. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's super weird. I wouldn't remember anyone's number, but somehow I remembered that.
Is that how you knew you loved her?
No, I mean, it just progressed. That was just lust.
Oh, it started out as lust.
Yeah, absolutely.
So lust that is temporary can turn into love.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. Best memory that you have of dating her in those 5-6 years? Well, 5 years you were dating.
My daughter, for sure. Like when my daughter was born.
That feels like a cop to me. I'm gonna need a real memory between you and her before your daughter.
Before my daughter. I don't know, just goofing around, I guess, just the silly stuff. Just like the things that seem insignificant, which are probably more significant than you realize like later on.
Like, give me an example, please.
I don't know. Maybe just goofing around in the car or just like chilling on the couch or just really small, simple stuff.
Did you guys watch a lot of television together?
It's so hard to remember.
Oh, I mean, you are not giving me anything.
I guess so.
This is not what they want to see. I'm going to need you to open up.
I mean, you're talking like so many years ago.
It is not that many years ago. You're not even older than me.
I'm 40, I need more. I'm 43.
You just turned 43?
Just turned 43.
Yeah, I'm older than you. So, I'm going to need you to respect your elders. Come on, Brynden. You got to get the people something.
Like a memory. I mean, I remember the first day we went on a date. She took me hiking to Red Rock in the middle of summer, which is 110-degree heat.
Yeah, I don't know if she loved you.
And we made it 10 minutes into this hike, and we hid under this rock in the shade trying to survive. Because I didn't know any different. I only just moved here. I had no idea how stupidly hot it is here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely remember that.
Okay. When was the first time you guys had sex? Was that on the first date?
Yeah, it was literally instant.
I know.
Yeah, it was straight away.
That was a part of that lust, and you just went for it.
Yeah.
She had you.
I think it's both ways, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It wasn't just her. Okay. I appreciate the honesty there. Thank you.
I'm pretty transparent.
Did you smash under that tree that you were hiding under in the shade?
No.
Or that was later on?
It was too hot.
You guys got some hydration and before you did it?
A little bit dangerous.
Okay. That's what's up. So, let's go back to your daughter. How long had you guys been in the relationship before you found out she was pregnant? Or did she get pregnant on the first date?
No. Maybe probably 3 years, I think. 2.5, 3 years.
Oh, okay. So you guys went a while without having a baby.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we weren't married. We're just dating.
So let me ask about protection. Did we start out with protection, or was that something we never? We always was just raw from day one on the first date?
On day one, yeah.
I'm loving this. Okay. All right, Mr. Raw Dog Brynden. Is that the same for your current relationship?
Yes.
Yes. We don't like the prophylactics, huh?
No.
No protection?
No.
We just out here. COVID and all. Don't worry about it. It's good. Okay. Do you feel like the relationship you're in currently, is that better than where you were before in your life?
Yeah, absolutely.
In what aspect? What makes it better?
More aligned on goals, business. A lot of people need that safety net, need that secure job. They need that. That's all they know. It's all they've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get caught up. You got to go to school. You got to have a college degree. That's how you become successful. When it's the complete opposite.
It's the complete opposite?
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
People who make the most amount of money, the people work for themselves. The people who have the freedom work for themselves.
So, and you're saying that those are people that don't have degrees.
Yeah, most successful entrepreneurs are self-made, self-taught, self-educated. There's too much pressure in this country to get a degree, and it doesn't really mean that much.
Okay. Fairness.
So yeah, my girlfriend and I, we both run businesses, and we have freedom, we have money, and we're on the same page.
I respect that. Excuse me. Did you think going into your previous relationship that she would ever cheat on you? Was there ever a thought?
No, never.
No, you felt very secure.
Yeah, completely.
Did she tell you why she cheated?
No, we never really had that conversation. I think we're just on the way out, and that was just
You guys lost the spark?
yeah. And I think she's just fell. I mean, since then she's fallen into 3 people's arms and moved in with them instantly. So
Okay.
I think it's just on her.
It's something with her.
And I think that comes from her mom and seeing what her mom did, which is the
Okay.
exact same kind of trend.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily blame her. It's just monkey see, monkey do.
Oh, not monkey see, monkey do. How did you find out? Did she just tell you, or tell me how you found out.
I mean,
No.
if I saw a text. It was a couple of days before we broke up, and that was like love hearts and that.
So are
and
you
that-
a phone rambler? Like you
No,
check your
it was just
wife's
kind
or
of
your
there.
girlfriend's phone?
It was no, I never do that.
You're a stalker on the low?
Not at all. No, I
Okay.
did not touch anybody else's phone.
You just said you saw it in her phone,
yeah,
so you touched something.
I think it was on the kitchen. It was right there, and it popped up. It was just kind of like random.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe 3 days later, we'd broken up, and that was kind of. And then within a week, she's kind of dating him openly, and that was that.
Never said anything to you. Did you say anything to her when you know? Like, what was your response to that?
It's just a little bit caught off guard, but I guess like I don't know, when you care about someone, you kind of like buy into the lies, I guess, or whatever she said, and I was fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't until like a week later where she told me that, hey, I'm gonna go camping with him, and obviously that's like, okay, you don't go camping with someone you just kind of started dating.
So you didn't say, hey, I don't think that's a good idea, or I'm not okay with my wife going camping with this guy. Do you think that maybe that was something that she wanted?
I mean, I was pretty upfront with the stuff, but if you do what you want to do and you can't stop someone from doing it.
Absolutely, I agree. I just want to know, like, what was your response? Like, if you tried.
Just be as of a man you can, and without. I mean, you can only say or do so much, right? They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. I just know it would not be okay in my household.
Oh, it wasn't okay for me either. But what am I gonna do? Like,
well, you stayed. Let's just start there. You stayed
Well, I mean-
and you allowed it. You knew that she was going camping with this guy,
Yeah, but
which
she
probably meant she was going to have relations, which you already knew about, and you did nothing. Said
because she never went to
nothing.
the house. Like I said, I talked to both of them. They never went camping.
Oh, they didn't go camping.
No, they didn't go. But I mean, like, what was I supposed to do? Like, live on the streets?
No, I mean, was it the house in just her name? Was she going to put you out?
No, it was in both names. But I mean, I had nowhere else to go.
You know that they have programs, right? Here in Vegas, they have programs where you can go, or you just didn't want to go into a shelter.
No idea about any of that.
Oh, yeah. We have social services here.
Yeah.
And you can always get assistance with that. So don't ever let anybody put you in an uncomfortable situation like that again.
Appreciate
Okay. Get you some help. You could call me. So, do you feel like you still need closure from that, or I know you said you're suppressing it.
I mean, I think I was suppressing it. I think the only issue I've had is she moved states and took my daughter with her. So they were together he was in the military, believe it or not. So military guys aren't as angels as they seem to be. So he was in the military. He got moved to Idaho. So she basically called me every day for 2 weeks straight. I was going through a partner split up with a business at the same time. So I had 2 major things going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And she was literally calling me every day. Can you sign the paper? Can I take her? If not, taking you to court, blah, 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 blah.
So
S-
you let
So
her.
I end up giving in. Honestly, more of my parents' influence because my parents don't handle conflict very well. They were over here
Okay.
at the time.
I see that in
So
you. You don't like conflict.
no, I'll stand up for myself for sure, but yeah, I'll avoid conflict if I have
Yeah,
to.
if you can.
But I'll
That's what I'm getting.
definitely don't get walked over.
Yeah.
Um,
So
it
your
was more,
daughter is in a different state now.
yeah. So she got moved to a different state, and then
How does that work with you guys
I
co-parenting?
just get it for 3 months in summer.
You get her for 3 months. So you
Yeah,
don't see her the rest of the year. You only get to see her
yeah, which sucks
in the
because
summer.
I was seeing her half the week. Don't drink, don't smoke. I'm an amazing dad. I would do anything for her at any time. And there's so many guys that don't want to be in the daughter's or the kid's life, and I'm not that person. I'm the
Hmm.
one kind of gets screwed over. So
Yeah,
that definitely upsets me.
I could see how that
And then
would.
she broke up with the guy, told me she's moving back down to Vegas. Within a space of a month, she had met another guy and moved in with the next guy
And she's taking your daughter
into a complete
to these
stranger's
homes
house.
with all of
And
these
she's done
men.
that twice now.
How old is your daughter?
She's 9 now.
She's 9. And you guys have a pretty good open relationship. She talks to you and she shares with you.
Yeah, I'm just worried she's going to have damage done to her at some point.
Absolutely, at some point. I
And
mean, that's a lot of trauma,
yeah, that's my
back and
parents'
forth.
worry. And she's had siblings both times. Her best friend was the person she lived with last time, and she's
Mhm.
been ripped away from them.
Not
It,
only that, I mean, I'm concerned. I mean, it's a red flag for me because, sexual predators are usually the people that we know, right?
mm,
They're in our homes. They're our family members. Are those things that cross your
that
mind?
was a
Have you?
huge worry. I
Yeah,
was like, you have no idea who someone is after a month, 2 months, 3 months. Never alone living with someone, never alone you having someone else's child living with someone.
right.
Yeah, it was a
Have
huge
you
worry
had
of
these
mine.
conversations with your daughter to help her know that you are a safe space and she can come to you, and how to have that conversation?
It's kind of the first thing I do when I see her. She just left maybe a couple of days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to her about different things and safety issues and what to do if someone grabs you, and that you can talk to me about anything. Just for how far away I am, I'm trying to make it so she knows she can come to me at any time.
What was her response like?
I mean, you can only understand so much at that age,
No,
right?
right. I get it, but I just want to know, like, I'm a parent as well, but we have these conversations with our children, and they're like, yeah, I'd come and tell you. So I'm just curious as to how she actually responded, because a lot of the times they don't actually understand and know what it is that we're
Mm,
really trying to say to them.
yeah, and I don't think she quite gets it, but I think in time she's going to. And I think all these little things are planting seeds, and eventually it's going to click. She's like, oh, that's what he means.
So have you considered filing for custody or fighting for more of a role in her life?
Yeah, it's hard. I would have to move up there, and I have so many things built and established here now, especially now with the podcast. I've met so many people. My network is just growing, but my daughter outweighs all of that. So it's a tricky one.
So I hear you saying that, but in the same breath, I feel like if she outweighs that, why are we not sacrificing some of the things that we have here in place and getting to her? Because oftentimes what parents do is we don't realize that we're not making a safe space for our children. And we feel like, well, I'm trying to provide and I'm giving all of these things, but they don't need those things. They actually need us to be present.
Mm, no, I
So
agree.
how are you putting that in place for her? Because she may be feeling like you're not a safe space. As much as you're telling her she's a safe space, how are you showing her and allowing her to see that
Mm,
this is safe? You can come to me. I'm going to be here, because you're not really there technically. I hear what you're saying, and I don't want to take anything from you, but she comes and sees you in the summer for 3 months, right? She's dropped off and then she leaves. So you ever think about her perspective? It's like, oh, I'm going here for this amount of time, and then I have to go back to this space. And this
yeah,
is where I'm at predominantly.
there's issues that I can't talk publicly about, which stop
Okay.
that, and that's that.
Okay. Well, just take that food for thought
No,
from me.
I'm on the same page, and I am limited, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, if you want to talk about it outside of this, if you want
I
some
can't even talk to you
resources.
outside of
No, I
this.
mean resources.
Yeah.
I can definitely help you with some of that. So do you go and visit her when you are not with her in the summer months? Like,
I mean, definitely not as much as I'd like to.
Not as much. Okay. Well, we'll move along. Current girlfriend.
Current girlfriend.
Are we thinking about children with her?
That is a conversation that we have a bit. It's something she definitely wants.
Yeah.
Something where I'm not quite sure. It's not nothing to do with her or anything. It's just like, do I want to have more? I want to travel a lot.
Right.
And as weird as this sounds, like when you're a parent and you're full time, you're now a full time parent, and you sacrifice everything, and that is now your priority.
Absolutely.
But when that's ripped away from you and it's out of your hands, it's like, okay, well, I can't. It was out of my hands, so why don't I take advantage of this situation? And now, 43, my life's together, got money, blah blah blah. Now I have the ability, and I work for myself, so I have so much freedom. So why don't I take the best of this bad situation and travel and make the most of it?
Right.
So that's a huge priority for what I want to do.
Okay. Do you think that you are bringing baggage from your previous relationship into your new relationship, dealing with that situation and having a current girlfriend?
I think I'm a little bit more held back for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I know my girlfriend definitely knows that too.
Yeah. How does she feel? Like, what are some of the conversations like in relation to the fact that, you have to go through this with your child and your child's mother?
She gets really angry about it. I can tolerate everything. She has a hard time with it because she's now close to her too.
Okay, so she's met your daughter, and
Oh yes.
how does your daughter feel about her?
Loves her.
Yeah.
Like super close, like best friends, like super close.
That's
She literally flew back to Newport the other day. Like that's where she had to go back to, and like she took her back
okay.
because I had to work. So yeah, they're 100% good.
That's awesome. So they have a relationship outside of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they talk on a regular.
They hang out when I'm at work. She looks after her. They go places. We all go on vacation together. Like they're really close.
Yeah. Where are some of the places that you guys have been together as a family?
Just Cali mainly.
Mainly.
Just like as the three of us, just Cali.
Okay. So your current girlfriend, is she the woman that you can see yourself with in the future? Like, is that a possibility?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? What gives you that vision to see that?
Just having someone who's loyal, supportive. Like I'm very ideas guy, I'm very action guy. Someone who just doesn't really think about things and just jumps in, doesn't procrastinate, and she's very supportive of that. Kind of supports my craziness.
So if you feel like she's everything that you need and want, and she, aligns with you, where's the doubt in moving forward with her?
I mean, we live together. I mean, I think it's too much pressure. Oh, you got to have this done, or you got to get married. Like,
I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just asking.
I mean, we're as close as we're going to get right now. Like, we live together. We've been together for 4 years. It's fine. Like,
what do you think she wants? I hear you saying it's fine. Do you think she wants to be married?
Yeah, I think in time too. I think she'd like to be married and have kids for sure.
Yeah, you're not getting no younger.
I'm working on staying young.
Is she younger than you?
Yeah, she's a lot younger.
Oh, what's a lot?
She's 24.
Okay.
So a lot younger.
I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, I want to know, what do you think is a good age difference between a man and a woman?
I'm the worst person to ask this. I always date really young. And my dad's 10 years older than my mom, so maybe that's where I get it from.
Okay.
I don't think it really matters. I think it's the connection. I think it's the relatability. I don't think it really matters. The woman can be old and you can be happy. I don't think it's a right or wrong.
Okay. So there's a lot of stigma behind younger girls dating older men, and they're like sugar daddies.
Yeah.
Do you agree that younger women shouldn't date older men?
No, I mean, if you do it for the right reasons, like,
what's the right reasons?
I mean, not doing it to get looked after, not doing the sugar daddy thing. But I mean, if you're both on the same page and that's where you're at, and it's a business transaction or whatever, and you're both happy, who am I to say any different?
Okay. In Australia, I've never been there. So is that something that you see in Australia as well? Where
No, it blows my mind how common it is here. There's some really weird things in Vegas that aren't normal anywhere else.
like what?
Like
Share
that being a big one.
age gaps.
The age gap, the sugar daddy, the girls walking in anywhere at anything because of the way they look, and they haven't done anything for it besides be born pretty. And every door's opened and everything's presented to them.
Oh,
I mean, it's Vegas is a perfect place for that, right? Like, if you're a pretty female here, you can make 100K a year quite easily just on the way you look and just.
yeah. Okay. So how old was your wife when?
So
How old were you, and how old
I
was
was
your wife?
31 and she was 18, and she lied to me and said she was 20 or 21.
And there was no way to check that.
Well, we're not
When
gonna,
you
I
got
mean,
married here in the States, right? Because you have to have
Yeah, I
an
got married.
ID.
Yeah, I got married in the States, but when I first met her, she lied about her age because she was 18.
Wait, you got married and she was 18.
No. When we first met.
Okay, because you knew where I was getting ready to go, right?
No, yeah, I was 31. She was 18. Oh, she said she was 20 or 21, but she was only 18.
What did
And
her
then-
parents? When did you meet her parents? Did you meet her parents?
Maybe like a month or two down the track, but her mom wasn't too impressed. But I mean, I didn't know about her age for a good couple months either. So,
Right. Did you ever meet her dad? Did she? meet her dad?
Her dad is somewhere in Cali. Yeah. Not, yeah, and that was the thing too. Like, her dad wasn't in her life and never has been.
Mhm.
So to kind of take me away from my daughter's life kind of blew my mind. You think if anything, she would want me more present,
No, that's probably the reason
or maybe
why
it's,
she.
maybe it's the reason
Yeah,
why she
because
did.
that's what she's used to. That's her
Yeah.
normalcy. I want to go back to the fact that you were in the Thunder Down Under. Were you married during that time period, or were you single?
So when I was 29, I got asked to do the show. I was like, no, that's silly. Why would I want to do that? I was doing modeling. I was doing fitness comps, doing really well. Got asked again when I was 31, and I was like, screw it. What have I got to lose? It's a cool story when I'm 60.
Yeah,
Tell my
it is.
grandkids. Even now, 10 years later, it's still a cool story. So I had to go. So I found out I got the job, and then I didn't know when I was leaving. So I had a house, apartment, a job, a girlfriend, and then 3 months later, I get a call. You're leaving 3 days. I had to leave everything. I just left everything, including my girlfriend.
Including your girlfriend.
And she knew I had the job when we met, but
So my real question is, were you slinging the Down Under while you were in the Down Under?
it's, how do you explain? It's like fishing with dynamite being in that show. You don't have to do anything. You're meeting.
So you had a lot of fun,
Yeah, I mean,
to say the least.
you're literally meeting thousands of girls every week. And the problem is they could be getting married the next day and they will not tell you. It's kind of ridiculous. And I actually saw two of the guys that the thing we're at recently. Like, what was it last night, the other night? The NFL?
Which one? We were in Henderson.
Yeah, in Henderson. Yeah, two of the guys were there. And I was talking to them about it, and it's like, girls have got better girl code. Girls will take it to the grave.
Oh, we
Whereas
have
a
a better
guy
girl
will throw
code.
each other under the bus just to get laid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you meet a girl, you're like, hey, by the way, they're getting married tomorrow. You see the worst of it. I would never send my wife to Vegas, or my fiance to Vegas, put it that way.
Okay. Another one about your Thunder Down Under. Is your thunder really a thunder, a big rumble, or a little lightning?
I actually started a show on the Strip called The Cheeky Truth, where
Right.
I would ask like cheeky questions. So I actually know the average, and yeah, no, I'm good. I'm absolutely fine.
So you're above average is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, you guys heard that right. He said he's above average.
So yeah, and circumcised. So I ticked the right
What?
boxes.
We're gonna give you a round of applause.
And I only say that because I literally have asked these questions to hundreds of women.
Okay. So is there like Thunder Down Under footage somewhere that we can go and verify this?
It's funny. I had a camera. I struggled learning the show because I couldn't see myself. So I ended up filming myself, and that's how I learnt. But I don't think I have the footage anywhere anymore.
I think that you should post it.
I don't have it, otherwise I would. I'm not embarrassed by it. I just don't think I have it.
Okay. He doesn't want to share with us. That's what that is. Okay. So if you had to guess roughly, what is your body count?
You do not want to know.
Of course I want to know. I asked.
No, I've told maybe 2 people in my life.
I could be 3.
No, especially not publicly. It's stupid. Especially when I look back now, it's
All right.
ridiculous.
I'm going to say some numbers, right? And you're going to wink at me. Okay? 100. 2. 225. Should I go down? Up? Down?
You don't want to know.
Just wink. Just give me one wink.
No, as soon as I wink, you're going to be like...
I'm not going to say it. I just want you to wink. 3. 350. 375. All right. Okay. So this is going to be our last question. 30 minutes just flies by.
Yeah, it
Let
really
me tell
does.
you. This has been super fun. I have enjoyed you a lot.
It's been some
you.
fun questions.
Yes, this has been great. Vegas Hype Media, always amazing. My engineer, Quine59, and my producer. Thank you so much to Mr. Brynden. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you
me.
for showing up. And you guys can check me out on his podcast as well. I'll be there soon. And make sure you like, subscribe, share. Thank you for joining us on Uncomfortable Conversations. I'll see you next Thursday.